In my quest for affordable RC fun, I'm going to show you how to alter the chassis to fit my new 5,000 milliamp 3-cell Lipo battery. I have everything here pulled loose. I bought a Traxxas kit for a standard Lipo battery, which includes the tall upper stands. I got all this pulled loose here. And to raise your rear plate. Well, these Lipo batteries, although it's affordable, it isn't a direct fit into your chassis. I'm going to be able to sell these. They're 5,000 milliamp, 11.1 volt, 3-cell Lipos. I'll be able to sell these for about $105 plus shipping. Problem we have here is this cross plate. You see I've got it marked with a magic marker there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand this cell upright rather than laying it flat, because it's also a little too wide to fit into the chassis. So utilizing the tall front stands, I'm going to have to make an aluminum bracket that has a dip in it that comes up and across back down to fit in there. But I'm just going to take and notch the back of my chassis down and across and back up. Just take this center section here out, and then I'll place a piece of foam back behind it there, and the Lipo will stand upright in there instead of laying flat like it normally would. The rear spacers are too short, so what I'm going to end up doing is getting some aluminum tubing and measure the height that my plate's going to need to ride on there, and making some new stands to raise this up a little bit. Actually, it goes this way, but also this piece here, I'm going to take a rotary grinder and take and notch that out so the Lipo battery will fit right in the center there, straight across. And like I say, this will sit up on top of the new stands I make, and then the Lipo will fit, you know, right in there. I'm sure some people aren't going to want to do the altercations to the vehicle, but like I say, I'm trying to make this affordable for everybody, really. Max Amp, their 5,000 milliamp Lipo sells anywhere from $149 to $179. So you know, with me being able to sell these for $105, you're saving yourself at least 50 bucks. You know, you might have an hour at the most in making the changes to your chassis here. But you know, money's tight everywhere, and I know, you know, saving an extra 50 bucks is half the cost of another Lipo battery. So once I get this cut out, I'll go ahead and continue this video, and hopefully the weather will clear up here and I'll be able to take it out and take for a run and get you some video and show you how it goes. But I'm going to make a new video with all my nickel metal hydride cells and my new Lipo cells. So I'll continue this here in just a bit. Okay, as you can see, I have the rear notched out on the chassis, and the Lipo, there it sits straight in there. As you can see, this front bracket is being flat like that. It's not gonna match. So like I say, I'm gonna make this come up, across, back down, and over to saddle right around the edge of the Lipo there. I'll take a piece of foam tape on the inside of the bracket, just so it's not metal riding on the cells there, and I might have to, down in the front here, I might have to place a couple little pieces of foam down on each side just to sturdy it up once it's in there. And also back in the back, I have the piece of foam that came with the kit to raise the stand up for the standard Lipo, so I'll probably use that back here, just so I get a good snug fit. The Lipo, just stick it back in. Actually, I think it'll sit, yeah, it'll sit right in that slot there, and then that way when I push the battery back, it's gonna fit snug in there and sit right down in. But I'll get the bracket made. Tomorrow at work I'll make the bracket, and right now I'll go ahead and measure the height I need here on my stands, and I'll give you all the height of the spacers and everything needed. And you know, I know a lot of you probably ain't gonna have access to make the stands. This is just a piece of 1/8 inch plate aluminum. I work at a sheet metal shop, so I have access to brakes and cutters and everything to form metal, so that for me is really no problem. What I'll probably end up doing is making these brackets to sell with the battery. You know, probably just another $1 or $2 for the brackets to go along with the battery. Then if nothing else, I might make a whole kit with the spacers, longer spacers and longer bolts. That way it'll be a whole package, and all you'll have to do is notch your chassis back here. That'll probably be the best bet. You know, just I'll have to figure what everything's going to cost and stuff, but it really shouldn't be that much, just for some aluminum tubing and the bolts and the front bracket there. We might be talking, you know, $5 or $10 extra for the kit on top of the battery price. But like I say, I'll get that bracket bent up and my spacers made, and we'll go from there tomorrow. This Lipo is a 20C Lipo also, so it is, you know, a constant 100 amp draw on the Lipo. It's the same thing as what everybody, Venom, all of them, you know, they're all 100 amp draw, except for some of the big high dollar max amps now are a lot higher amp draw. But you know, for the money, still, even at 110, 115 bucks, whatever it ends up being, you know, it is still going to be 40, 50 bucks cheaper than a max amp or, you know, one of the other brands. So I'll continue and we'll see how it goes.